Hello there, my beautiful friends. I am so excited for this video. I can barely contain myself, but I recently received the Devinah Cosmetics Willy Wonka Xploders here, and as you can see, we have 7 beautiful pans of eyeshadow that are filled with sparkle and candy colored goodness. So if you are interested in getting to know these puppies, then go ahead and keep on watching and let's jump right on in. So obviously, we are talking all about the new Willy Wonka Xploders from Devinah Cosmetics. Now, full disclosure, full transparency here, I did receive these in PR. I did not, sign up to do a video to receive these. I did not get any sort of compensation to do this. I just got these for free in PR, which is absolutely freaking amazing. I am so grateful and thankful and kind of surprised, honestly, that I was able to get these in PR. But a huge thank you to Devinah and the whole entire team for sending these my way. I am so excited about it. Like I said at the beginning, I can barely freaking contain myself. But nonetheless, this is an unreleased collection of 7 beautiful candy-colored sparkly eyeshadows that will be launching on June 2nd at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you are interested in getting any of these or all of them, go ahead and set an alarm because I am sure that these are going to sell out. So for today's video, I am just doing a little bit of a swatch party kind of playtime video here. I'm not going to do a eye look. I'm not really going to go into too much detail. I'm just going to show you guys up close and personal what these shadows look like, talk about the textures, talk about the colors, and talk about the different shifts that these eyeshadows have. Now, like I said, these are sparkly eyeshadows, so they're not necessarily glittery. They're definitely more of a fine mica kind of sparkle. They're not anything that's too chunky, not anything that's too silicone-y. They're basically just like little sparkly flakes of eyeshadow particles here, if that makes sense. But many of you guys who know my channel and know me personally here know that these types of eyeshadows, in particular this type of eyeshadow right here, is my jam. Like, this is what I live for. This is why I do my makeup this way. I absolutely love this type of makeup. So I am just so excited that they decided to come out with this type of formula. I am a huge advocate for pastel makeup, so of course this collection appeals to me, and I am just so pleased with the color scheme that they decided to bring out this time. And I really do feel like it fits the Willy Wonka Xploders theme here because, I mean, can you get more candy colored than baby blue with bright pink sparkles? Because I don't think so. Alright guys, I'm sure you are more than ready to take a look at these beautiful eyeshadows, but I have a little bit of background information that I want to go over with you first. So this collection is vegan, and of course it does launch on June 2nd at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, I'm pretty sure these are going to be available to purchase as individual shadows. I'm not 100% sure of how much they're going to cost individually. If I find out by the time that I edit this, I will pop it right up on the screen right about now. But I do know that the bundle of 7 shadows is going to put you back $49. Now, one nice thing that's happened from this little connection between me and Devinah is that they offered for me to be a part of their affiliate program. So basically what that means is that I get a code, and if you decide to use that code at checkout, then I will make a little bit of side money, a little bit of taco money in the words of Rich Lux, and of course that money goes right back into the channel and helps me buy more product that I can review here. So we all know that's going right back into makeup. So if you choose to use the code, do know that I am going to make a little bit of money, and do know that you will get a discount as well. So it helps out the channel. This is an easy way to support, influencers, YouTubers, whatever, whoever the heck it is. It's a good way to support them and to show them that you like their channel and that you want them to, review more things. It gives them an opportunity to review more things. But nonetheless, just wanted to throw that out there, be 100% transparent. So if you decide to use the code, then thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. And if you don't use the code, then I appreciate you just as much. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for being here. That is more than enough for me, but I just wanted to throw it out there for you guys. So enough rambling here. Let's go ahead and get on into the beautiful swatches that I know you're all waiting for. But getting started with the first shadow of the bundle here, this is the shade Pixie Stix. This is a bubblegum pink with gold sparkles and a bit of a lavender shift, but it does lean a little bit more peachy with a hint of purple kind of hanging out in the back there. This shadow has a decent amount of gold kind of mica of fine sparkles running throughout it, but it's not anything that's super chunky. You're gonna find that none of these are super chunky. They are a little bit more sheer on first application, but they build up really quickly and really nicely after just a few layers. On Devinah's Instagram, they suggested that you use these shadows with the glitter glue, and I do find that to be true here. I find that when you use the glitter glue, they are much more bright and pigmented and effective at giving you a super beaming, shiny effect. And as you can see here, I have swatched out Pixie Stix. I've built this up twice here just to show the true color of the shadow. It gets a little bit less pink when it's a bit more sheer. If you were to apply one layer, it's a little bit more peachy based, I would say. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you a brush swatch on unprimed skin. This is skin with no glitter glue, no moisturizer, nothing sticky at all. This is just bare skin and eyeshadow making contact here. And now I'm picking up a little bit more, and I'm gonna apply a swatch over some glitter glue. I have some glitter glue that I pre-laid down here, and I am applying it over top of the glitter glue. As you can see, the side with the glitter glue is super pigmented, and it was very easy to get that kind of pigmentation here. The swatch in the middle, of course, is less pigmented, but it's still beautiful nonetheless. It's just a little less pink, like I said. And of course, we have the finger swatch on the far right. So the next shadow in the collection is called Marshmallow Pillows, which is a super cute name, and it sounds absolutely delicious. But nonetheless, this is a pink that has some blue and violet sparks and a little bit of a violet shift to it as well. Marshmallow Pillows is basically the epitome and what I imagine Malibu Barbie to look like if she was an eyeshadow. This is one of the prettiest eyeshadows I think I've ever laid my eyes on. It's absolutely stunning. If I could be an eyeshadow, this would be it. Like, I think we all know that here. But this is such a beautiful, sparkly eyeshadow that has a really strong bubblegummy pink base with a light blue and lavendery kind of shift, which is totally my jam. It is absolutely stunning, and I am just kind of shook by how shiny these are. I love me a super high shine eyeshadow, and these do not disappoint. So now we're gonna get into the brush swatches, and I am picking up a little bit of Marshmallow Pillows here, and we're gonna go ahead and swatch this on unprimed skin, of course. As you can see, the pigmentation is a little bit more sheer, but still beautiful nonetheless. So now we're going to go ahead and pick up a little bit more, and we're going to apply it over top of the glitter glue, and watch Marshmallow Pillows freaking come to life here. It is so absolutely beautiful. I cannot stress it enough. If you are into pinks, this is a must-have for your collection. Let me tell you, it is absolutely stunning. This shadow is what the early 2000s were made of. This is what Barbie is made of. She is absolutely beautiful, and I am most definitely going to be using her all of the time. So the next shadow in the collection is called Rents, which is a super cute name. I think rents are delicious, by the way. But this is a pastel purple that will tease your taste buds, according to them, with a shift of gold and red. And I couldn't describe it any better than that. This is a purple-based eyeshadow that's a little bit on the lighter spectrum that has a gold shift and has red micas running throughout it. So it gives it a super interesting and unique multi-dimensional kind of feel. Look at that swatch. Like, that is such a unique color. And I honestly can't think of anything that I have in my collection that even dupes that out. It looks much more pink in person, which I am not unhappy about. For some reason on camera it looked a little bit more cool toned, a little bit more periwinkle. In real life you can really see the red sparks that are running throughout the shadow, which just gives the purple shadow a bit more of a pink vibe, which we always appreciate and welcome here. And of course, over top of the glitter glue, this really shines the best. It really just looks the best over top of the glitter glue. So I most definitely suggest if you purchase any of these, purchase yourself a little side of glitter glue as well. You won't regret it. Next up we have Kazoo Coals, which I'm not familiar with that candy, so the name just sounds extra funny to me, but it's a cute name nonetheless. But this is supposed to be reminiscent of Sweet Tarts candy, which I totally see it. This is a violet that has pink and gold sparkles running throughout it. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit more warm toned, and a little bit more pink based than the last shadow that we saw, which was Rents. Kazoo Coals just has a little bit more of a pink kind of vibe going on. It's a little bit lighter, it's a little bit warmer. Now we are picking some up on a brush here, and I find that these all pick up beautifully on brushes. Now, this is my Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow brush. So this is not my stiffest flat shader brush that I have in my collection, this is a little bit more flimsy. It's a little bit less easy to pack on eyeshadows and a little bit harder to pick up eyeshadows in the pan. So as you can see here, these pick up beautifully. Those were picked up on the brush in real time, no foolery here. And as you can see, they apply evenly, they apply pigmented. Honestly, I think it's pretty impressive that these apply so smoothly and evenly, because these are glittery kind of topper shadows and they usually don't apply the most even and the most smooth. You usually have to kind of work with them, finesse them a little bit, which, don't get me wrong, you have to finesse these a little bit. But I do find that I'm finessing less with these than I am with some of the other glittery and topper shadows that I have in my collection. Now we are moving away from the pinks and the purples and we are moving onwards to the blues. So this is the shade Everlasting Gobstoppers, and I'm sure you've heard that name before. It is probably one of the most famous Willy Wonka names, but this is a teal with a flash of pink and blue, and this is the most mermaidy freaking eyeshadow I think I've seen in a very long time, if not my entire life. The base color of this eyeshadow is teal, of course, but honestly, it's one of the brightest teals I think I've ever seen. It reminds me of, if you Google image a picture of Bora Bora and you look at the water, that is exactly what this eyeshadow looks like and reminds me of. It is super, super bright and super clean and fresh looking, and I love those pink sparkles. It is so mermaidy and I think it's absolutely stunning. It's one of the prettiest blue eyeshadows I've seen. As you can see here, we are doing the brush swatches, and of course, yet again, over the glitter glue, this guy just looks absolutely stunning, but it looks stunning nonetheless even without the glitter glue. Next up, we have Nerds, which is a name that I used to hear all the time when I was in middle school. Mostly people were calling me that because I loved Hamtaro. But this is described as a seafoam eyeshadow that has a blue and gold shift and has gold glitters running throughout it. And it is exactly that. You are going to see here in the swatches that compared to Everlasting Gobstopper, Nerds has much more of a golden shift and a little bit of a lighter hue going on. This eyeshadow reminds me of the beach. This is the epitome of a summery blue gold eyeshadow that you want to wear when you're going to Santa Monica if you live in California. I live in Washington, so I don't get to go anywhere. But jumping into the swatches, we are swatching on bare skin here, unprimed, and we are swatching over a glitter glue. I do also find that when you put these over a glitter glue, you're going to see the sparkles that are kind of underlying in the eyeshadow quite a bit more, which is basically the effect you want when you're going for a shadow like this. And in this shadow in particular, you are going to find gold glitters and teal glitters as well that really sparkle and shine when you get in certain lights. It is absolutely stunning. And last but certainly not least, we have the shade Swedge, which is a blue and pink shifting eyeshadow that has a little bit of green sprinkled in as well. Swedge is definitely the deepest of the blue eyeshadows that I've shown you thus far. Everlasting Gobstoppers and Nerds. Swedge is a little bit more royal blue-esque, even though it's not royal blue. It's more of an aqua blue that's just a little bit on the deeper spectrum of things. And it has pink sparkles running throughout it as well as green sparkles running throughout it. What is there not to love about this eyeshadow? It is absolutely beautiful. All of these blue eyeshadows remind me of a tropical vacation. They're making me jealous. They're making me want to go on a tropical vacation. But we all know that ain't gonna happen anytime soon over here. But nonetheless, wait till you see these freaking swatches. Look at the swatches. Are you seeing those swatches? Look how shiny that eyeshadow is. What I love about these shadows so far is that even though they are glitter toppers and even though they are a little bit more sheer, you can still see that base pigment really showing through. Even upon one application of the shadow, you're still gonna see whatever the base pigment is. And I have so many shadows that are topper or glitter topper eyeshadows that you really can't see the base pigment behind the actual sparkles unless you really build it up and really put it over layer and layer and layer. And I really just love and appreciate that you can still see that base pigment behind the sparkles even upon one layer. Alright friends, but we have reached the end of the in-depth swatches, so now I'm going to leave you here to stare and admire these beautiful eyeshadows in all their glory. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the swatches. and by color. So that is going to be wrapping up this swatch video here, but of course I'm going to be doing some eye looks with these. I plan on doing a few different videos, maybe a few different looks with these shadows. I want to kind of pair them together and use multiple different looks because, you know, if you're going to spend the $49 on the entire bundle, you want to be able to use them all together and get your money's worth. Use them enough to actually get your money's worth. So I will most definitely be doing some tutorials, and any other requests that you guys might have, leave me in the comments because I will most definitely get back to you and try to make it happen, try to make it a reality. So if you are not already subscribed and you would like to be, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop and to stay in the know for when I upload these videos on the Willy Wonka Xploders. But if this was a video that you enjoyed, then go ahead and give me a big old thumbs up. It helps to push the channel here on YouTube. It helps out small creators, and Lord knows we need it here on YouTube in this climate. So if you choose to do so, then I greatly appreciate you. And if you like swatch videos like this, I have a playlist. So if you are in the mood for more swatches, you didn't quite get your fulfillment here, then go ahead and binge away, my friend, because I have everything in one playlist for you so you can fill your heart's desire with swatches. But with that being said, I hope that you are having an absolutely amazing and beautiful day wherever you are, and thank you so much for joining me here today and spending your time here with little old me. I hope to see you next time. Bye!